Today we are going to discuss Stingray technology and cell site simulation. The Stingray was created by Harris Corporations and belongs to the technological line of products known as IMSI catchers. Before we dive into Stingray, IMSI catchers, and cell site simulation, first we need to understand what IMSI and cell sites are. All cell phones perform functions such as calling, texting, and otherwise connecting with other phones using a SIM card. IMSI, IMSI, stands for International Mobile Subscriber Identity, which you can think of as the serial number for any given SIM card. All SIM cards have an IMSI, which is the registered address of the phone. These identifying serial numbers are used as verification for the numerous points of travel for data communication. These numerous points are cell sites, many of which you may be familiar with as phone lines or phone towers. For cell phones, these points are called cell sites, and they carry data from origin to destination using the origin's IMSI to verify the sender and the destination's IMSI to locate the recipient. These cell sites are placed to ensure coverage over the entirety of the nation and include all coverage offered by any phone company. Although simple, it may take a while for any given information or request to communicate and for it to find the recipient with the correct IMSI. We live in a world of instant gratification, and this manifests in today's technology as instant connectivity and no delay when speaking to others across long distances. The process is streamlined by cell phones constantly and regularly pinging radio and cell towers. By sending and receiving signals constantly to the nearest cell site, the phone company network knows what cell site to send information regarding that phone's IMSI and can act accordingly. This is where Stingray comes in. Stingray is an IMSI catcher, which is an external device used to track and locate cell phones and users using their IMSIs. How? The device acts as a cell site, and all information in a given area, including nearby cell sites, passes through the Stingray. Modeling protocol after the original cell sites, this process is called cell site simulation, which is a core of being an IMSI catcher. Once properly set up, an IMSI catcher can now access all the information cell sites and phone companies can. The most significant aspect of the Stingray device is in its tracking capabilities, categorized in three distinct ways. The first and simplest of IMSI capture movement tracking is historical. By virtue of continued connection to cell towers, and consequently a cell site simulator, a cell phone reveals its location to nearby cell towers periodically, engendering GPS capabilities. As this is recorded and kept by the Stingray device, a time map of historical movement can be created. The second feature is real-time location, where the Stingray does not receive information secondhand through phone companies, but rather through the cell towers, allowing a Stingray user to locate a cell phone whenever it sends or receives information. The third capability, and perhaps the most significant, is the forced ping feature. Whether a phone pings its location or not, a Stingray user may ping a specific IMSI and check for response. That means, given the identification of a phone or phone user, a Stingray can locate specifically that phone upon request. Why does this matter? On the legal side, Stingray has been used exclusively by the FBI, Department of Justice, and local law enforcement. Local law enforcement only if they signed non-disclosure agreements with the FBI. Although ideally used to track criminals and bring them to justice, or finding someone who's lost or injured or requires assistance, the ethical issue of surveillance and privacy encroachment arises. This method is not protected by layers of authority, such as a search warrant or investigative warrant, clearly outlining what information to be uncovered. Rather, any and all information available to phone companies and what is relayed using cell sites is directly accessible by the Stingray. Beyond the ethical implications, there's a security issue as well. As of now, Stingray or similar technology can be purchased for a few $100 online using eBay or Amazon, and Home Depot sells them as well. Of course, only a select few, such as law enforcement and FBI, have the permission to access all cell sites and their functions, but this is where the security issue lies. If an external entity, such as individual hackers or foreign countries, were to tap into this flow of information, the national security itself could be at risk. On the social level, widespread use of this technology could mean that locational historical privacy would cease to exist. Not only governmental or in the governed sense, but individually and maybe even globally. These are the basics of Stingray technology and cell site simulation, and why it is important to understand them in a rapidly developing, technology-driven world.